Welcome back to another NHL DFS puck drop. This is Hold the Door DFS at Fantasy Sports Insight. I'm glad you are on our channel right now. We have so many awesome things going on. We have MLB content is already posted to our channel for tonight's slate. Gator Guy with his second EPL video of the week for Soccer DFS is posted for Saturday. We have soccer all day today. We have MLB tonight. We have NHL tonight, NBA, golf going on today. We have everything you want covered at Fantasy Sports Insight. So that is why if you are not in our Discord channel and you're just checking out our free content here, that's great. But get in that Discord channel and you will have access to all of our premium content as well. So that is my plug. If you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. If you are returned to the channel, hit that like button because that's greatly appreciated for us. I know I have been a little bit busy, been really tough to get on the videos as much as I have wanted to lately, but I think the schedule is going to start changing a little bit. With that third child on the way, I'm gonna have some time at home, which is going to be awesome. So counting down the days for that third girl, and I will be officially an official girl dad, three girls. So let's get into the slate, guys. So that's why you're here, right? For NHL. Tonight I ended up stacking the Rangers, which actually, and I play like mostly head to head, right? Ran into somebody who faded the Rangers, who had 46 shots on goal. Really, the only Ranger I played that didn't really get to my expectations was Fox, but my opponent hit 2 goals from Point, a goal from Gallagher. 2 assists from Tatar, Werenski with a goal. So, I lost by 10. I had Trocheck's goal. It happens, right? So, yeah, let's get onto this slate. And our totals right now are actually kind of low, honestly. Like Avalanche at the highest implied total here, thanks to Fantasy Lab's free feature at 3.4 as an implied total. That game only with a 5.5 over under, but they are a minus 230 favorite. So I think going back to that red hot Avalanche team is definitely in play and something that I'm going to be really looking to do in this on this slate. Obviously, the Maple Leafs 3.3 implied total. They're going to continue to push and be really aggressive on offense. And then we have the Oilers here at 3.3. And, this is like you can already see just on those top 4 teams, all the studs that are on this slate. You have Ovechkin in a really good spot against the Devils, too. So let's get into the slate. As you can see, Erik Carlson on the cover. I kind of just always have loved Erik Carlson, right? And I just because I love defensemen who have a good floor, who shoot the puck, who are offensive. And Erik Carlson, when he played with Ottawa, always fit that mold, right? And he even fit that mold last year more than he has this year for San Jose. Yeah, the picture's a little bit blurry. He deserves better than that. But his hair, the flow he's got is awesome. But Erik Carlson, last 2 games, I think combined for 35 DK or something like that. But starting to shoot the puck a lot more, which is great. And I think the best part was he had a post-game interview after he had that game winner 2 games ago and was just kind of like this is kind of ridiculous that I'm not playing better offensively. Like I'm not surprised that I just had a game-winning goal. Like I should be doing that more often. So to me, that made me inclined to think that he's going to continue to try to get more aggressive offensively, and we've seen that here in the last 2 or 3 games. So still kind of underpriced, and we'll get to him here when we get there. So I'm going to use a little bit different format just for time's sake and formatting, but in the chat, I'm going to have all of my value plays available. That's mostly what I'm leaving off here. But really at the center position, it's kind of like you have the top 3, which I think MacKinnon is my favorite of the top 3. And then probably a coin flip between Matthews and McDavid. I don't know. MacKinnon, I'm just saying as the biggest favorite, highest implied total. I think it was actually just unlucky when they scored 9 goals that he didn't actually score. Well, and he also did have the 10-minute penalty where he tossed Garland's helmet back to him, but check that out. Check that replay out if you haven't seen it. It's kind of funny, but McDavid, Matthews, all of them are at play, right? I mean, we know they're all superstars. We all know they have potential. Calgary's played a little bit better defense under Suter, so that that could handcuff Edmonton a little bit. McDavid coming off of a goose egg. A lot of times when that happens, that's when he puts up a hat trick, as he did earlier in the year. I remember in a very similar situation. And Austin Matthews leading the league in goals. So, I mean, really, like, pick your poison or just use all three differently in GPP stacks. And then maybe in cash, you play one or two of them, but then get exposure to the third one through a cheaper value play or a power play correlation play, something like that. Evgeny Kuznetsov, still think is insanely underpriced at 5K. Skating with Alexander Ovechkin. I know he has been on the second power play unit, but that's still not enough to take my eyes off him at even strength when he's playing well like this. And Hurdle, 4.9 in a matchup with LA, has been one of the better offensive players for San Jose. And I just think San Jose, if you take outside of Evander Kane, are really reasonable to stack. So might not be able to stack them like with Colorado 1, but you can certainly stack them with another like mid to high priced stack. So that's center position. Let's get over to winger if I can. Maybe. Winger, Alexander Ovechkin. I was kind of off of him tonight just because of the matchup with the Islanders, and I just thought, let's see, the Rangers are in a far better spot, and Buffalo's goalie has never won an NHL game in 5 years and looked terrible actually during the game, even though he saved that many shots. He was really like out of position a ton, just kind of got lucky that it didn't happen, that the Rangers didn't score 5. But Ovechkin at 8.7 in a matchup with the Devils is as good as it's going to get on the road, unless he was playing Buffalo or Ottawa. I mean, maybe not as good as it's going to get, but it's a pretty good matchup for him. And then because then after that, you're dropping down to like Rantanen and Landeskog for me, kind of like my next options. And that's, kind of stacking that Colorado 1 line. And the next guy is Scoy. It's coming up with a hat trick in the first period. Now, that's not why I played him, right? He's getting top power play time right now in Kadri's spot. And I think they're not going to just take him off after he's been so hot and they've been playing so well with him in that position. And even strength, he's played really well too. So 4.2, I think I'll be probably locked in on him unless something really changes when I build here. I can see people potentially like fading MacKinnon. Maybe you play Rantanen and Landeskog, and then you play either Matthews or Matthews or McDavid. And so then you still have, and then if you play Scoy, so if you use those three in your, you're gonna have to be punting for sure at defense and your second center. But you could, get 3 guys from the Colorado power play, get one of the other studs from either McDavid or Matthews, and then maybe go from there. I like Phil Kessel at 4K. He's got double digits in his last 3 games, had that hat trick, and gets a good matchup here. So, and I think last game he hit the 5-shot on goal bonus against Colorado. But he's just shooting the puck a lot more lately, and we know he has offensive talent, right? It's just that the fact that he is kind of buried on a bad Arizona team, and now I think with Garland and some of the other playmakers around him, it's just allowing him to produce. So let's go to the defender position. Darnell Nurse, like this defender position tonight. Outside of Nurse, like Nurse has been great. Obviously, Barry's been great, but not that great lately. Carlson had a couple goals tonight. I prefer like the group that I had tonight or, last night now, Yossi, Dougie Hamilton, Adam Fox. Like those are the guys I'm really like. Shea Theodore, Alex Pietrangelo. Nurse is right up there with those guys, and so is Carlson. But then after that in this slate, to me, it feels like there's a big drop off. And that's where I got down next to Erik Karlsson at 4.8, who's been a lot more offensive lately. I love the matchup with LA. I watched the game 2 nights ago now, LA and Vegas. And when LA got that little bit of a lead in this end of the second period, like it's almost I'm trying to think the best way to put it. Like what game compare? It's like in the NFL. Like you get this big lead and you're just like running the ball, running the ball, running the ball, letting them get the ball. They come all the way down. Like they're just accepting pressure, right? And Vegas was just pouring it on. So in any situation that like LA gets up a goal or two, which San Jose's defense is not great, right? Um, you're just going to see a ton of peripherals from San Jose, which that's what we want. As for me as a cash player, I want to see those shot on goal bonuses, the block shot bonuses, those types of things. And Alex Goligoski finally getting a little bit more respect at 3.7K, I still think is fine. Because he's got the block shot bonus always in play. He's been over 20 minutes of ice time lately. So those are the things that I look for in these punt defenders. Mario Ferrero is another one that's had 20 plus ice minutes a lot recently for San Jose. So him and Burns and Carlson kind of soaking up a majority of those defensive minutes for San Jose. So I do really like him at 3.2 as well. Saying that, all the rest of the value plays at center, winger, defense, I will go over all those in our premium Discord channel. I will cover tiers. I'll cover Showdown. Showdown has been great to me the last few nights, actually. These Vegas slates have been great because Vegas just loves to shoot. So that's part of what I like in NHL DFS is finding those floor plays that really pay off. So thanks again for listening, guys. Check out everything else great at our channel. And be sure to shout out if you use the content for whatever sport it is here. We'd love to hear from you on Twitter or on the comments below. So thanks a lot. See ya.